Hi everybody, I just came on here to talk about my products that I'm making, that I've made, and that I sell to people. And it's I call it my underground hair care line because it's not for people who really like mainstream products. They're not. They don't have those fruity smells or really fragrant. They're very, very, very heavy in natural essential oils and natural products. They smell very earthy. So if you're into that, then you will really enjoy my products because they work. They promote hair growth. They get down to it like our ancestors used to make. But I just want to talk a little bit about what this industry does. Have you ever noticed how the most popular hair products never actually fix the problem? They don't. You keep on using them week after week. Your hair keep breaking off. You're not retaining length. It seems like it's a never ending cycle of trying new products, buying products, and then by the time you find out that this product you have been using doesn't work, 4 or 5 inches of your hair being broke off, But I'm here to tell you that it is something else different. This is really like off the grid kind of thing that I got going on here. It really is. Like, I went back to what my mother used to do, what my ancestors did. And I just really just thought about, how long their hair was, how healthy their hair was. I'm 61 years old. When we was coming up, we didn't have all these products. We only had a few. And yet we had the most long, beautiful hair. The longest, beautifulest hair. Healthy, thick hair, like. And we got all these products now. And this is the most bald-headed we've ever been. It's a disconnect. It's a problem somewhere. Somewhere it's a problem. But anyway, how you get all these influencers that are paid, thousands of dollars to promote products that they won't even use on their own hair. They know them products don't work, but they get paid to tell you that they do. You go, they film from their house, and you see all these thousands of products that they could have never used. Like, it's not even possible to use with that many products. Or their hair, you look up, you see a bald spot in their hair, or their hair breaking off, but yet they selling you products week after week, But this is what they get paid to do. I was like, what? I'm breaking free from that. I'm just looking for my people that want the same thing that I want, No, I don't wear my hair straight. I wear my hair either in braids or in a curly state or a braid out, or sometimes an afro, depending. And you got to understand that, I'm going through menopause. Okay, so my estrogen levels are in the basement. Really, they're like almost non-existent. But yet my hair still grows. My hair grows. And so if it can, a lot of, and it's not really coming across here on this iPhone like it should. I don't know, but if you saw it in real life, I promise you'd be like, wow. It's almost unheard of for a woman to be growing long hair in menopause. But if your hormones are balanced, halfway balanced, because I'm gonna tell you, it's hard to get you cannot balance your hormones when you're going through menopause. But what you can do is get them to the point where they're bearable. Like, you won't be having all them hot flashes and your hair won't be falling out, because most women that's going through menopause will tell you that their hair falls out. They got bald spots in their hair. I don't have none of that. None of it. Because I use products. I make products that help keep my hair on my head, a product. But you got to keep in mind that your hair grows from your scalp. So if your scalp is not healthy, your hair is not going to be healthy. It's not going to thrive. It's not going to grow. You got to get that scalp together. And that's what my products really focus on, the scalp. They focus on the scalp. I mean, I got oils and stuff, and, I make other things that help moisturize your hair, but I'm not really talking about that right now. I'm just talking about your scalp health. And that's what's so important to me, because when that scalp is right, that hair is going to be right. But, I'm not here for a popularity contest or even to get rich. I'm just here trying to help our people, my community. I'm just trying to help heal their hair, one head at a time, because people say, oh, it's just hair. No, it's more than hair. It may just be hair to you. So if you're that person that think it's just hair, then this definitely ain't for you. Because I'm going to tell you something. This is part of our glory. This is part of our beauty. This is our crown, okay? This is what the Most High gave to us. So it means everything to me. And if you think that, and here's another thing. They got us so messed up thinking that, oh, men don't like natural hair. They don't. You a lie. It's not never a day that I go out when my hair is out, or even in braids, depending on how I got it styled, that a man don't come up to me and tell me how beautiful my hair is. Even women, like, wow, what do you do to your hair? What do you put in your hair? Your hair looks so pretty. It's so much. All the time, men compliment me on my hair. All the time. And I think young ones, old ones, it doesn't matter. They all do. And I'm going to say that part of that is due to the fact that men don't really see our hair no more. They don't see it. And, look, if a woman want to wear wigs and weaves, that's fine. I'm making products for women who want to wear their hair. Who want to be free, that don't want to be shackled up, or enslaved by wigs and weaves. Oh, I can't go outside if I ain't got a wig on my hair, or a weave in it. Like I said, that's what you want to do, that's fine. But everybody don't want to do that, but they don't know how to break away from that. And that's what my products do. They help you to break away from that. I've never worn wigs or weaves, but I know plenty of women who have, and they don't want to. They say, I want to wear my hair. I want my hair to be pretty. I want to show my hair. So, it's women go into a depression about their hair. I really want you to know that. Now some women, maybe they don't care. Now, if you got alopecia and, because let's just be for real. My products don't help everybody. Like if you got alopecia, or you got a disease, or you got autoimmune issues, that's not a hair problem. That's a body problem. You know what I'm saying? That's something that's in you that nothing that you put on your scalp can really do anything about. But if you got, an itchy scalp, or, you got bald spots because your hair is dried out and it's itching all the time, and you got fungus growing, yes, then now my products can help you. They can help you. If you're the type of person that you like to keep your hair in braids, but you don't keep that scalp healthy like you should, my braid spray. This is right here. It's what you need right here, all my products are, I don't have no mixers or no blenders. I don't do none of that. All mine are made by hand. And I make them in small batches to ensure the quality. I'm not mass producing nothing. I don't have no fillers, no bunch of chemicals, none of that. Now, am I saying that, yeah, I still use shampoos and things like that, because I don't make my own. But don't get me wrong, I could if I want to, but I just don't. But what I'm saying is that the products that I make, they're not full of chemicals. They're just not, because I'm going back. I thought about some of the things that my mom used to use. Some of the stuff is not even available. Did you ever notice how when we as black women, we get something that really works for our hair, they take it off the market or it gets bought out. Have you ever, and then they change the formula? I know you noticed that. I ain't never ride for Shea Moisture. Never, never, ever, 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 ever. I never liked Shea Moisture. But you see how that turned out, didn't you? They changed all their formulations to fit who? Not us, the very women who put Shea Moisture on the market. Boom, they knocked you right out and went over to the other side. I ain't doing that. Like I said, my products are for people who want to break free from all that. That they're not worried about, is she gonna sell out? No, because I'm only gonna make so many. I'm only gonna make so much because, like I said, my product's not for everybody. Everybody ain't gonna want to buy them. Because they don't smell perfumey, and that's another thing. They put all this fragrance and all that junk in these products that fragrance irritates your scalp. I don't do none of that. Mine smell like the earth. They smell like the earth. They feel like when you put them on, you feel like they're healing your scalp, which they are. Like I said, these ingredients, that I put in here is the ingredients that my ancestors used, plants that actually grow here and were proven to help your hair flourish long before these big corporations existed. Like I said, when I was coming up, they didn't have all these millions of products for black people's hair, and really they're not even for our hair. They just market them like they are, but really they aren't. Every time, because we spend so much money on our hair, every time we get online and we talk about a product and it blow up, that company get rich, and all the girlies run out about it. Next thing you know, the company is gone. Some big white corporation then bought it. Just be for real. That's what it is. And then we back at square one. That's why I started making my own stuff. Like I said, I'm tired. I'm tired of, seeing women cry about their hair. I'm tired of women being embarrassed about their hair. I'm sick of that. That's why I came on to just do my thing. My focus is like strictly natural. And I also got to tell you, your hair grows from the inside out. Like I said before, if it's an inside issue, there's nothing that's in a bottle or a jar that's gonna fix it. You gotta get that fixed. Like, go to the doctor, figure out what's wrong with you, and get that fixed that way. I can't fix that. I can't even help you with that. Like I said, a healthy scalp means growth. My scalp has always been healthy because I focus on it. You cannot have healthy hair without a healthy foundation, period. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't braid my hair tight. I don't put on them hard parts. I don't use no edge control, no gels, no nothing. See, as I said before, when we was coming up, we just didn't do that. We didn't. And I wore a curl, carefree curl. I was that girl, and our curls were beautiful, but we just didn't do all that. I'm more like the less is more type girl. Sometimes all your hair needs is a clean scalp and the right natural moisture, not layers and layers of products, And I'm saying, like, ditch the chemicals, Stop using products to strip all your natural oils and start trusting, in the products the things that the Most High gave us to help with our hair. They're here. And I'm going to show you. I don't use, because my hair is so fine, my hair is really, really fine, Like I said, it ain't really coming through on this iPhone, but if you saw me in person, you can't even see that my hair stay moisturized. My hair is never dry. But I have two different versions of this that I make. Let me get this open, okay? This right here is the one that has, this is just, it's not showing up well, but you see the consistency of it? It's like oil. It just melts into your scalp and it's so concentrated, like you literally could cut this. I ain't gonna tell you how to cut it, like I said, but you can. But it goes on so good. And you rub on your edges, you know, grease your scalp with it, massage it in. After you, you know, rinse the conditioner out your hair, especially if you're braiding it. And this right here is the regular version. Then I got a butter version that I make right here. This is kind of yellow. Oh no, that was it. This right here is the green. I'm sorry. This right here is pack oils. I don't know if you can really see, but this is, you can't even see the herbs and stuff that's in there. It's kind of hard, but they're there. And the smell of them is like, oh my gosh, like you're gonna be like, you smell like somebody's grandma, but your hair, that's okay, you know, because it ain't never stopped. It never stopped me from getting on, man. I don't know about nobody else. But, and this right here is the oil. This is the oil. You see that? Wonderful ingredients in here. I mean, it's only a few things to stop your hair from growing. Number one is mechanical damage. If you really hard on your hair and you doing all that, you ripping your hair out with them small combs, or you're ripping them brushes through your hair and you breaking your hair off, or you braiding your hair too tight, all that's mechanical damage. Or you keep on blow drying it or flat iron to death, mechanical damage. Or if you know, like I said, your hormones are off, and then your hair break. It'll, you get bald spots, or if you got alopecia with the autoimmune thing, you know. But especially if you're younger, your estrogen should be through the roof. Your hair should grow like weeds. If your hair and dryness will break your hair off, if you keep that hair moisturized and you take care of it and you keep that scalp together. Now here's the thing. Here's my braid spray. Here's the thing. You gotta shake this up. It's not. You gotta keep it in the refrigerator. I'm telling you, this right here kills the bacteria that's on your scalp, the bad bacteria. You know that white stuff that be all in your braids? Nope. You spray this on your scalp with them braids. You won't get that. You won't get that. This is so good. This is so good. I can't even. You really can't see it because it's, when you shake it up, it's like white. It's like white, and it smells like. It smells natural. You smells natural, you know. Like I said, it'll dry down. It'll dry down though. It'll dry down and you'll be good. But you know, like I said, this is all underground thing. I'm taking it back to my ancestors. You know, I make my my products in a big old cast iron pot, and I just be stirring and just, man, these products gonna love on your hair. You gonna see the difference. It ain't nobody out here making products like me. Trust me, they don't exist. And no, I'm not. And here's another thing I want to say, because this video getting a little long. You got to start getting on YouTube showing all your stuff. You got to stop getting on YouTube showing your products, showing how you make them. You got to stop doing that, because this is what's happening. They got people who are watching these videos that are literally going on here, stealing all your property. But really, are they stealing it because you did put it out there? Making your products, repackaging them, stretching them full of chemicals, and then selling them all back to you at 20 times the cost. And we steady buying them. You buying your own stuff. You gotta stop. You know, you can't keep on putting all your stuff on the internet. Yeah, you see my products, but if you think for 1 minute that I'm gonna show you how I make them, no, I'm not even gonna. These ain't gonna have no labels on them. When I send this, what I mean by underground. They ain't gonna have no labels on them. What I'm gonna do is, because each one of these, I'm going to write out a note to you with what's in here, how to use it, how to cut it, okay? That's why I call it underground. That's why I call it underground. You're not getting all that. And And really, here's the thing. They put all that stuff, even when you buy stuff from the store, they put the stuff on the packaging, but you don't even know if that's even on the label. You don't even know if that's what's put with, if that's what they got in there. You don't know. You just go in there blindly trusting. But when you open up my products, you're gonna be like, whoa, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. You're gonna see, and you're gonna see the difference in your hair. But anyway, this is a long video. I'm gonna put my my email in there. And if you're interested in my products, just email me, and then I will get back to you promptly, and we can go back and forth. And because I talk to each one of my customers. Now, I may not talk to you on the phone, but I will communicate with you through text and email. I will do that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.